What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about BIONANO GENOMICS, ticker symbol BNGO, and how they have a very significant catalyst coming up within the next couple of weeks. So we're going to go over exactly what that means for BIONANO GENOMICS going forward, and if I am considering getting into any BIONANO GENOMICS plays. So we're going to take a deep dive into this event. This event is actually going to be BIONANO GENOMICS earnings report. So we're going to go over exactly what the previous earnings report has been and what we can expect from the earnings report coming up and the projected date for this earnings. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're notified every single time I post a new video, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So right now, BIONANO GENOMICS only has a projected earnings date, but these projections are usually pretty accurate. As we saw with Palantir, Palantir's projected and estimated earnings date was February 11th, and they just announced that they are going to be actually having their earnings on February 16th. So it is usually between a 2-week window when this company will actually be reporting their earnings compared to the projection. So if we come over to the projection right now, we can see that they are projected to announce their earnings on March 9th, 2021. That is only about a month away. BIONANO GENOMICS has a lot of good news coming out behind it right now. And in the time between right now and earnings, we could see a lot more good news come out about these saphyr studies and could send the stock going way higher. So now let's take a look at some of the actual estimates and the actual numbers that BIONANO GENOMICS has reported in the past, and compare it to where the company was at in that time compared to where it is now. So if we come over and take a look here, we can see that the announced date for BIONANO GENOMICS last earnings was November 13th, and the earnings per share estimate was negative 0.06, which means they're actually losing some money, and the actual EPS was 0.088 on the negative side. So they actually missed by 0.02. Their actual revenue was 2.2 million, and they beat by 0.12 million. So the reason why they can beat their revenue but also miss on their earnings per share, it could be due to them actually doing all of these different capital raises that dilute the actual share amount, which creates more outstanding shares in the market. So when you do the calculation for EPS, the denominator is going to be higher, which is going to give you a lower number. Now, when we think about where BIONANO GENOMICS was at as a company at the time that they reported this last earnings, they were at a very high risk for getting delisted from the NASDAQ. If we come back over here, now, BIONANO GENOMICS is not even trading anywhere near close to these price points now, but in early November, BIONANO GENOMICS was trading for about 55 to 60 cents, and if you got in at this price point, you have made some very substantial returns. It is like basically almost a 2,000% gain on this position. So congratulations if you were able to get into BIONANO GENOMICS early. But right after they announced this earnings, and a couple of weeks later, they actually got a compliance extension from the NASDAQ for 180 days to meet the closing bid requirement of $1. So BIONANO GENOMICS had to get their share price above $1 in order to maintain their listing status on the NASDAQ. And very soon after they announced that compliance extension, they announced their unbelievable study about autism in people who are high functioning on the autism spectrum disorder. And they showed how powerful the saphyr system is in doing some gene mapping on these individuals and showing why individuals sometimes are more susceptible to adverse health effects if you have the autism condition. BIONANO GENOMICS has also released some unbelievable studies that show just how powerful saphyr is in the cancer research field. So if we come over to this article, we can see that BIONANO GENOMICS announced today that the publication of a study that measured DNA methylation, the chemical modification of the DNA that controls gene regulation of the various regions regulating cancer genes on single DNA molecules. The study, led by this doctor at Tel Aviv University, found that optical genome genome mapping with BIONANO's saphyr system, combined with custom labeling method developed by scientists, was capable of analyzing regulatory regions that work together to turn cancer genes on and off over distances of hundreds of thousands of base pairs. The ability to measure these relationships on single DNA molecules is something that was previously impossible, which this is unbelievable news for BIONANO Genomics and saphyr going forward. They have also released a study on the pandemic that can actually figure out through one's genome who is more susceptible to come down with severe symptoms of this virus. So that is going to be a very important tool to use throughout the next couple of years if this pandemic sticks around. Now, if we go over to a little bit more of the earnings mode, we can actually see that the addition of Microsoft Azure as a high-performance computing provider reduces compute cost for genetic disease analysis by more than 50% and compute time by 30%. So this right here is very important, the 50% number. It is making it more cost-effective for these researchers and clinicians to use saphyr. This can actually have a very good effect on BIONANO Genomics earnings because their profit margins may increase by a substantial amount over the next couple of years after using this Microsoft service. We also saw the Cytogenomics Symposium that BIONANO Genomics released. That was absolutely amazing. They released some absolutely crazy news. We also had the Festival of Genomics and Biodata, where BIONANO Genomics was a keynote speaker. We also got some good news out of that. And in addition to all of this, this is all good news, but we really need to see some big institutional money flowing in. We have gotten an exact name drop by ARC in their Big Ideas Report 2021. So we actually saw BIONANO Genomics mentioned in this report. So we could see ARC Invest start pouring some money in BIONANO Genomics over the next couple of months, which I believe would send this stock absolutely to the moon. So in general, BIONANO Genomics is in a vastly different position as a company right now than they were in when they reported their previous earnings. I think we could see a massive beat, maybe some revenue growth, but what is going to be very important to look out for is the guidance that the company issues. If we get some news that they are going to be taking the saphyr out of the research-only phase and they are trying to get this saphyr system into every single researcher and clinician that could find it useful, we are going to see BIONANO Genomics go up massively just because of the value that they are providing to society. They are helping cancer research, helping out with the pandemic, and they are also helping out people on the autism spectrum disorder by providing research on how to attempt to get better health outcomes for these individuals. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you in this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're never late on any one of these new videos that I post, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.